All right. Welcome to the Spirit Strength series, and we are going to bring you a session today focused on joy. I'm just going to wait for Caroline to join. So what you'll need today is I would grab some water, some weights and a chair for my part. So grab yourself a chair that you can sit on. Okay. So we'll give it a minute. I can see Caroline, so I'm going to bring her in. Welcome everybody. Welcome if you're watching. I'm bringing Caroline in. So while Caroline's coming in, grab some water. You'll need a chair for my section and also some weights.
Hello, good afternoon. How are you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
Yeah, amazing. I'm so looking forward to this.
I know. You know what's great? I was thinking, Caroline. Hi there. So we've got German Stokey. Hey. So because we're intending and we're bringing everybody joy, I'm kind of feeling into my joy, which is such a wonderful thing when you serve and you teach, is you receive a lot of what you're giving.
Yeah, definitely. So much. So yeah, let's get into our chat, get into our theme, shall we? So today is joy, and we've come up with a few key pointers or lessons, haven't we? And then we're gonna move. So do you want to share your first thing on joy, Rachel? Like, what does it mean for you? How do you find joy?
Yeah, so when I was thinking about what connects me to joy, one thing that came to mind this morning, and I don't know if you guys listening would resonate, was I came up with the word inspired. So when I feel inspired, like at the moment there's somebody that's inspiring me in their business. When I'm inspired, like I feel inspired to cook Japanese food at the moment. So feeling inspired brings me that energy of joy.
Yeah, amazing. I think when inspiration takes you, it is a joyful feeling, isn't it? It's expansive. So I've got my first one on joy is do the stuff that you love as a child. Because I think there's so much joy in that, and quite often we stop doing it when we get to be an adult. So like for me, for instance, it's dancing. And I was obsessed with it as a child. I loved it. It was pretty much the only movement I was into. And I had a realization a few weeks ago. I was like, I don't dance anymore. Why not? And I think coming back to those things, that it's not that we've outgrown them, really. Maybe that's just like a story that we think we should have outgrown them. But what can you do as a child that was fun? That's my first one on joy.
Yeah. And funnily enough, my second one is singing.
Nice.
Yeah, and it even got me thinking, I mean, I used to take my little boy to church actually on a Sunday, and part of the thing I liked was, I know, singing, I mean, they're singing hymns, but just coming together to sing. And it got me thinking that I'm feeling inspired actually to see if there's an online choir, because singing brings me joy.
Yes, I'm with you on that. No matter how, I love singing, but personally I sound awful. And that's not me kind of talking myself down. I know I'm out of tune. But I don't think that should be put anyone off doing it. Same with dance. Singing, dancing, I think it's an inherently joyful thing in our nature. We don't need to be good at it. We don't need to worry about if anyone's watching. Even if we do it in the shower, wherever feels like comfortable and safe place to start doing those things. I think that's a great one.
Yeah, I was singing washing up this morning, remembering to sing. Yeah, great.
And my husband does it while he's working as well. Okay, so my second one is about joy, bring the joy. So I think sometimes we think that we need to wait to be happy for something to happen to us, like something positive. And I think no matter what our circumstances are, whether there's that challenging or that easy, whatever it is, I still think that we can choose to bring the joy in our lives. And that can be just slowing down and noticing that this feels fun. And when we set the intention for joy, we'll naturally find it, a bit like that inspiration that you were talking about, Rachel. I think knowing that we can bring it as opposed to passively expecting to receive it is really powerful.
Yeah, I love that. Love it. Okay, so shall we touch on what you were mentioning about dance? And should we?
Yeah.
So everybody joining us in this workout today, what you'll need is weights if you've got them. If not, don't worry. And then from my section, if you have a chair handy, that would be useful. Okay?
Okay, amazing.
So we are going to move to 3 songs, and each of those 3 songs has some different components that are going to crop up. So the first one is just movement to music, so it's like a repetitive step over and over. The second one is an exercise that you can either do body weight or you can do with some small dumbbells. If you are going to use some weights, I recommend kind of small to a medium weight for you. And the third component is freestyle dance. So I encourage you at that point to not take any notice of me grooving around. It is your time to just let loose for yourself and enjoy moving your body. It doesn't matter what it looks like. It's just about having fun. So I'm going to show you the exercise that's going to crop up in this first song. Okay, so if we are using weights, then you are going to want to have them apart on your mat. Let me just grab mine. No one's there to the side for some reason. Okay, so you're going to be able to stand within your weight with your feet hip distance, toes pointing forwards. This is a narrow ground to overhead. So as you inhale, you'll squat down. As you exhale, you'll bring the weight up above your head. Okay, so that may look a little bit faster. You'll see me doing it faster, but do take it at your own pace. Inhale, squat down, exhale, shoot up. Okay, and the weights are going to be there for us to just step in when we're ready for them. All right, so let's start off with the first song. And we're going to start off with a little hip hop, okay? So, off we go. And pop this hip. Just have fun, have a great. I'm going to step forward, body pop, back, squat, forward, body pop, back, squat, forward, body pop, back, squat, body pop, squat, to the side, hip, side, forward, hip, to the side, hip, side, we're going to go straight into our second one. So our second one, again, you have the option to add in some weights for this. So this is what is going to come up at some point during the song. If you are using weights, then have them together on your mat. We're then going to step wide of them, and then we're going to take a squat from here. So we'll inhale, squat down, hips move behind you, exhale, stand up. Okay? So inhale, exhale. And as you come up, make sure the hips don't pop forward. So you can move from the side, the hips go down, but then I'm not thrusting forward at the top, just coming to neutral pelvis. Inhale down, exhale up. Okay. So we're going to start with a little side to side step for this one. Ready? Let's do this. Okay, step to the side. And bring it up, palms up. That's it. Keep the legs. And last two. Okay, get some ribs in there. And we're going to punch in a second. Ready? And punch. And squat. And punch to the side. And squat. And release. Come to a little hip hop. Bring forward. And up. Side to side. Good, palm up. Keep that going. And that's two. Good, keep those ribs. Get ready to punch. Nice one. And squat. And punch. That's it. And squat. One more. Weight down and move. And straight it down. Woo! Oh, well done, team. That felt good, didn't it? Okay, I have one more for you. So take a breath and I'll show you the moves that are coming up. So, it's a sit like deadlift. It's going to tap out our glutes and our hamstrings. When I do this, I'm going to do it to the side so that you can see a better profile of what the move looks like, okay? So, we're going to start off with a little bend at the knees, okay? So you can see there, that's locked out, that's slightly soft. Then from here, we're going to slide the hips back. So the weights are going to hang in front of us like this. As we inhale, slide the hips back. and exhale, come back up. Okay, so we're not reaching for the ground at all. We clench the armpits. Inhale, slide the hips back. Exhale, come back up. Okay, the second exercise that's in this, it comes straight after the first. You're going to bend into a narrow squat. Arms come in line with the body. Inhale, squeeze up into a bicep curl, and exhale, press it back into a tricep extension. So from here, also keep the lower belly tucked in so that you are using your core to hold yourself in this squat. So it's an inhale, exhale, okay? So watch out for those two exercises coming up. Have your weights ready if you want to use them. Remember, I'll turn sideways so you can see better, but you don't have to. Okay, final one, possibly my favorite. We're going to start with a little rib hop side to side. Ready? Clap. Clap, circle. Clap, circle the other way. Shimmy forward. Step back. Shimmy. And back. Shimmy. Back. One more. And skip like that. That's it. All the hips, not the knees. And into your squat. Biceps, triceps. Nice work. Stay strong. And bring down. Freestyle. Get ready. Bring it back to those bridge shifts in the back. Bridge. Back to the start. Clap. Clap, circle. Clap away. Shimmy forward. Step back. Shimmy. One more. And skip like that. Don't bounce the floor. Keep a tight core. Into the squat. Bicep, tricep. Nice work. Stay strong. And weight down. Freestyle. Now we're watching.
Oh, tell you what, I am a little sweaty there.
Yeah, and all of you get on YouTube. Hope you're joining in the joy. So what I'm going to close out the session with, let's see how we're doing. Yeah, I'm just checking the time. So what we'll do is one aspect of finding joy that I considered was we have much more chance of feeling joyful when we're in the moment. For me, I know, and I don't know if you know it yourself, but I don't feel very joyful when I'm in my head, overthinking, overanalyzing, in my stress head. So what I'm going to close out with you, I'm going to give you a short exercise that is a great one to get us more in our body, and then we can just find a way to close out. This exercise is called 4 times monotonous movements. It's actually better if you take your shoes off, your trainers. So we'll just pop off our trainers and then I'll show you what we're going to do.
Trainers off, Rachel.
Yeah, better with bare feet or socks.
Okay. Trainers off, viewers.
Okay. So, let's see if I've got space to have. So I'm going to guide you through this exercise. So what we're going to do, I'm going to take you through 4 movements. The first one is we're going to lift our heels and drop them down. Excellent. So what it does is naturally shakes the body. Any of you with any lower back problems, you can just lift the toes up, but for most of us, we should be okay. So keep that going. And then the second movement we're going to bring is your arms are going to come up and down. Up and down. And each movement, can you hear me okay, Caroline?
Yes, I've got you.
So each movement is independent, yeah? They don't need to go together. So we've got the heels, your arms, and now I want you to focus on your breath. So you're breathing in and breathing out. Your breath is independent of the movement. Excellent. And then the last one is you're going to slowly close your eyes and open them. So you're closing your eyes and opening them. Not so that you go dizzy, but do it quite slowly. So you close your eyes and open them. Excellent. And keep going. So you can feel there's a lot to pay attention to. And feel the joy of your body. Of not needing to worry about anything, stress about anything. Pay attention to the movements, your breath. Don't worry if you get confused. Just come back. Your heels up and down. Your arms are going up and down. Your eyes are closing and opening. And breathe. Excellent. And keep going. And refuse to talk to yourself. Have the exercise being the most important thing right now. Try and find a way with the arms going up and down where your shoulders stay relaxed. So Caroline, you can go maybe a little bit lower, just maybe above the, that's it, yeah. Excellent. Yeah, 30 more seconds, stay with me. And breathe. And keep your fingers together so that there's intention with the arms, they're not so floppy. Fingers together. Excellent. And then close your eyes and stand. Let your arms drop down and breathe. Take your legs maybe a little wider so you've got a stable base. Unlock the knees and breathe. And pay attention. What I can feel is a lot of zingy. So feel how the energy begins to flow in the trillions of cells we've got in our body. The joy. Find the joy of being your body for a moment. Alive. Each moment new. Excellent. And then just to finish with your eyes closed, you can feel how your senses maybe wake up. So pay attention to in front of your body, behind your body, to the left of your body, the right of your body, so you sense around you, your space, and up and down. Okay, how are we doing?
Feeling good.
Are we good?
Yeah, I'm glad we did it for that long. I felt like it it needed time, like, as you were saying, do the different movements separately. It almost like each movement needed time to settle in and to find its own place in amongst all the others. So yeah, amazing.
Yeah, and it is a really good one if any of you get a real noisy head, or you find it difficult to relax. It's a good one. It's more from kind of the Qigong system, but practice it. You can put a timer up to 10 minutes. That can be trained, actually. So enjoy. But so lovely to be with you all on our feed today.
Yeah.
And I believe, Caroline, should we give a little sneak peek of what we've got coming up next week?
Yes, yeah, go for it. So obviously we have, not obviously, but we have a different theme each week, don't we? Where we chat and then we move. So we've got strength next week.
Yeah, we're going
to
strength. Great. So
yeah, so focus on that. We're going to look at strength in mind, body and spirit. And should we sum up joy today, Rachel?
Yeah. So regardless of this current climate that we're in, I know from working with clients that as a human being, it can be challenging to experience joy. So what we were inviting you today was, one, have a bit of fun with us in grooving to some music. Also giving you some little tips. So my tips in terms of things that bring me joy were getting inspired and also singing. So they were my tips.
Yes. And mine were do stuff that you loved as a child that maybe you've forgotten and you think you've outgrown, and that you can bring the joy. You don't need to wait for it to happen to you. And I do have one final thing that I'd love to share with you. Now, it's from this book. I don't know if you can see that. It's by an author called Brené Brown. And it's a fairly lengthy quote, but I wouldn't share it if I didn't think it was absolutely on point with what we're talking about today. So if it's all right, I'm going to share that with you.
Go for it.
Yeah, okay. So this is on the theme of joy. And it's from The Gifts of Imperfection by Brené Brown. Absolutely recommend this as a read. So a good belly laugh, singing at the top of your lungs, and dancing like no one is looking are unquestionably good for the soul. But as I mentioned, they are also exercises in vulnerability. And there are many shame triggers around the vulnerability of laughing, song, and dance. And the list includes the fear of being perceived as awkward, goofy, silly, uncool, out of control, immature, stupid, and foolish. And for most of us, this is a pretty scary list. The gremlins are constantly there to make sure that self-expression takes a backseat to self-protection and self-consciousness. Things like, what will people think? Everyone is watching, calm down. You look ridiculous, get a hold of yourself. And there are many ways in which we hustle for worthiness around these issues. But the two that keep us the most quiet and still are hustling to be perceived as cool and in control. Wanting to be perceived as cool is our effort to minimize vulnerability in order to reduce the risk of being ridiculed or made fun of. And betrayal is an important word with this. When we value being cool and in control, over granting ourselves the freedom to unleash the passionate, goofy, heartfelt, and soulful expressions of who we are, we betray ourselves. The Hopi Indians have a saying, to watch us dance is to hear our hearts speak. I know how much courage it takes to let people hear our hearts speak. That life is way too precious to spend it pretending like we're super cool and totally in control when we could be laughing, singing, and dancing.
Thank you.
I don't know about you, Rachel, but those words just really resonated with me in the place that laughing, singing, dancing have in the joy in our lives.
Yeah. Thank you. So we will say, wish you a wonderful day. If you're on the replay or here and you want to comment, just send us a message or comment and we'll be in touch. All right, I'm going to sign this out.
Absolutely. Have a lovely day, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
See you. Bye-bye.
Bye.